Hello physical fiends, it is Jordan here with another worth of purchase where I play a game for a short amount of time to see if I would buy it myself. Today I'm taking a look at Rayman the 30th anniversary. This released digitally on Friday, but this is Physical Paradise and I only care about games with physical copies, and this will have one. I will detail it later in the video, but I've popped links down below in the description and pinned comment if you want to grab it for yourself and support me at the same time. So this is a collection of the original Rayman game, different versions of them with the original Target Jaguar version alongside the far more popular PS1 version, which somehow released earlier and was a launch title for the system. For PC players, it also includes the MS-DOS version, which I love to see. I've never been a PC gamer, but when it comes to collections like these, MS-DOS is often neglected, which is sad. And I think if it was any other game, this may have been the case for this collection too, but it turns out the PC version of Rayman is super interesting. Having played all of the versions briefly for this video, I do think it is the least well playing of the main editions, and only minutely, I want to stress that, but it's also the version with a mega ton more content, because back in the day, it got expansion packs with fan-made levels and even official levels to have like 100 extra stages. That is an unthinkable amount. Of course, they're not all as lovingly crafted as the main campaign, but it is so much content. The games themselves, most of them now have a rewind feature, which is useful because Rayman, as cute and as colourful as he looks, is balls hard. Unfairly so. This will help some people who want to see just more than the first few worlds. Many of the games also have cheats to use, like infinite lives, such like that. Cool to use if you just want to breeze through the game without having to pop to the newsagents to buy a PS1 cheat book for £2.50. The PS1 version is the one that's considered to be the showpiece for this collection, boasting a full widescreen presentation now. It's probably the one most of you will be familiar with as well. And for me, the game plays really well even to this day. A mostly slow-paced platformer as you fling your hand off to punch things. There's something incredibly whimsical about Rayman 1 that I feel was never captured again in any of the sequels. I don't think it's an amazing game, like the difficulty spikes are through the roof, and it sort of meanders into a Euro platformer weirdness with levels that don't really make sense. It's unforgiving and frustrating at times, but it is such a vibe for the era. As far as 2D platformers go, from 1995, this was its own thing. It was a Euro platform that felt like it was able to go toe-to-toe with the big boys. This package also includes some portable versions, Game Boy Color, which I've been unironically enjoying. While it's obviously inspired by the levels and the themes of Rayman, it is actually its own thing. It should be considered a different game. The level design is not the same. Then there is the Game Boy Advance version, which if you look back on 2001, having Rayman on the go looking as good and as complete as it does here, that was a huge thing. And that version sold just as many copies as the original versions. In some ways, it's easier, thanks to some tweaks they did to make it a bit more forgiving, but it also can be more difficult due to the lack of screen real estate. You just can't see your next move as well as the console versions, which can make some stages way more tricky. These are not the ideal way to play, but I love being able to look back on these kind of versions. For me, this is what retro collections are all about. I love checking out lesser versions of classic games. I am just devastated there is no Palm OS version included here. That would have been Christmas for me. As a bonus, it also includes one level prototype for the planned Super Nintendo version. Sadly, it is almost nothing, and having it on the main selection screen is a bit strange, but I guess it's kind of cool to just walk through an incomplete level for 30 seconds. Now, criticism may come from those who think that having only the first game included is a bit weak, but I kind of get it, okay? This package is not very expensive, and if they included all the versions of Rayman 2, the universe may explode with confusion, because I don't think even Ubisoft know about all the different versions of Rayman 2. Nobody does. That would need to be a collection of its own, and would be an insane amount of content. I think this focusing on the first game is just fine. If it was literally just one version, I would have a lot more issues with that fact, but it's quite comprehensive, and it is quite affordable. I think the price matches the content here. Now, the big controversy about this release is that they replaced the soundtrack, whether through licensing issues of the rights holders not wanting them to use it, like the original composer sadly passed away, and that could have complicated things, or maybe Ubisoft didn't want to pay more money than they had to, which also wouldn't be surprising, but we don't know the whole situation. The fact is, the original soundtrack is gone and changed for something else. Now, I did play Rayman here and there back in the day on the PS1, not enough for the soundtrack to make a sizable impression on me, but I can understand why many people are very upset about it. And that makes this collection less for fans of the original. It's going to be a very divisive thing, and if something like that happened to, say, Final Fantasy VII or Skies of Arcadia, of course that would burn my soul. There would be consequences for that. But I will say, this new soundtrack was done by the dude who did Origins and Legends, and it's fine. It's different, but it's fine. He had the unenviable task of re-landscaping sacred ground. Like, the spirits are already haunting him, okay? It's not his fault, really. Now, before I get into the physical details, if you are new here and you enjoy physical video games, physical media, you enjoy owning the things you spend money on, then hit that subscribe button, okay? It will be the best thing you do today, I promise. Plus, the bigger this channel is, the more publishers will pay attention to the demand for physical media. So do your bit and subscribe. You won't regret it. So, the physical release for this is rather simple. If you check the links down below, it is coming worldwide in a standard edition on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. While the digital release is out now, the physical, if you want this, you will have to wait until June the 26th. There is no collector's edition or anything, but the standard is coming with some goodies, like a set of 3 postcards, a double-sided poster, and some reusable stickers. They also say it's going to have a reversible cover, but they haven't showed that off yet. I guess it will use the original box art background with him like breaking through a wall or something. You can pre-order this right now if you check the links down below in the description and pinned comment. If you are in North America, you can purchase via Video Games Plus, who have free worldwide shipping on orders over like 54 American dollars. P&P Games, who have free shipping on orders over 50, I think like that. Or Loot Box Gaming, who are US based. Any purchase made via those links massively helps support me and this channel in the best way possible. I do truly thank you ever so much. Overall, there's been an endless wave of negativity about this release. Look in any comment section anywhere and people are mad. But for me, yeah, there is a right to be mad about the music. I would be extremely unhappy if it was for one of my favorite games. But aside from that, you can't deny it is a good package. All of the versions of the game are fun to play, there are assists, cheats, and absolutely loads of content for a good game. A good, brutal game. Seeing the small variations between the ports has been interesting, and I'm also down for some dinky portable editions. This is not an expensive package. Could it be more complete? Yeah, but as a celebration of the first game, I like it. The soundtrack issue is like finding a fly in your extremely tasty soup. Are you still gonna slip that bad boy up, or has it completely ruined it for you? That is up to you. And do let me know, are you planning on picking this up, or has the soundtrack removal completely burned a bridge for you? If you want to pick it up physically, check the links down below, and I do thank you for your support. Go check out some of my other videos about physical games that you may have missed. Have a fantastic day. Take care.